Hello, fellow plant people. I hope you are well and welcome if you are new, welcome back if you are returning. My name is Jen. I go by The Leafy Geek here and also on Instagram. And today I'm going to show you some seeds. I decided to start some seeds indoors. I did have quite a few leftovers from previous gardening seasons. However, the caveat is that the caveat with old seeds is that sometimes if you don't store them correctly or just based on the age of the seed, they will not sprout if it's been several years since their like ideal planting date. So I have a couple from 2017, a couple from 2018, and then a couple from 2019. So sorry for the camera angles and movements here. I'm definitely doing this video vlog style. So I'm going to show you some updates over the course of a few days, just to bring you along on this little experiment with me. I'm doing science today. So let's take a look at what I got going on. Okay, this is actually the cleanest corner of my kitchen at the moment. So I'm going to turn these lights off here really quick, see what that shows you. This is really the only space in my house that I have that would work for this kind of setup. This is my seed starting tray. I'm just using some of these little 2.5 incher nursery pots that I had left over from all of my plant purchases. So eventually there will be seedlings in here. I also have half of an egg carton for a similar reason, to kind of plant seedlings once, you know, I have determined whether or not these seeds are even going to work. So I have 8 different seeds. Well, actually 9, I guess, if you include these little bean pots here that I'm trying to sprout some beans in. But those leftover vegetables, again, all range from 2017. I believe these two, my chard and my kale, are the 2017 options. Then I have spinach, rainbow carrot, okra, and then 2 different types of lettuce back there that are from 2018. I really don't know what the beans are from. They're mystery beans, I guess. So we'll see what happens there. And then I am fairly optimistic about these radish seeds just because they're recent. They're from last year. And all of my seeds I have stored in a cool, dry place, which is what they recommend to maximize their viability. So we'll see what happens here. I just got these into their bags today. So I'm going to give them about 10 days. I'm going to check on them every day, make sure that the paper towel, so each little packet contains between 5 and 10 seeds. And I just dampened paper towels, folded the seeds up in those paper towels, and then stuck them in plastic bags. This is to kind of maximize, you know, the moisture in there too, for the seeds to germinate. So we give them 10 days to see if they sprout. If they do, I know I'm good to either direct sow into the garden outdoors when it gets a little bit warmer and time to do that, or I can start them in soil. So that is the plan. And again, today's date, it is Wednesday, April 8th. So again, I'm going to give these 10 days. We'll come back on the 18th, see what's going on. But again, I will be checking these every day just to make sure the paper towels are still damp and just kind of checking on the status of what the seeds are doing. Hi everybody, welcome back. It's 4 days after I initially got these seeds into damp paper towels and into plastic bags. So I'm taking a peek at them. I'm a little uncomfortable with some of the color changes to the paper towels, so I guess we're gonna have to see what that's about, especially that one. That to me indicates mold, and I'm not super pleased about that. Ooh. But we're gonna just quick take a peek. I'm starting with the oldest seeds that I had. So this is the Swiss chard. Oh, that's not, there we go. So I'm starting with the Swiss chard from 2017. I've already got it out of the bag, so that's what this is. And see if I can do this one-handed. Taking a peek in there, I'm seeing some sprouts. I think these are viable. So it looks like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 out of the 10, 7 out of the 15 that I put into this paper towel are sprouting. So that is decent. Not mad about that. So that looks like chard will work, potentially. If I wanted to get that into some soil, I could try. All right, and this is the curly kale. I put 14 seeds in here. Oh my gosh. That is awesome. Kale's already like rooting through the napkin. Look at that. I don't know if you can even see it, but you see all the little thread looking? Yeah, it rooted through the paper towel. That's how fast this took off. So it's been, as I mentioned again, it's been 4 days. Oh, that's really exciting. Okay, so kale is in. Chard is a solid maybe. We're about split half and half on that. Let's take a look at spinach. Okay, so spinach didn't record when I opened this one up, but when I checked, there isn't anything sprouting yet. I'm not super worried about that though, because we have a backup plan for spinach. I have a 2019 seed pack that's unopened. So obviously that one, just the odds, probably a little bit better, but I am going to give this one a little more time just to see if the seeds that I have opened are viable. If they are, great. I'll probably sow them along with the 2019 spinach anyway. Rainbow carrot, 2018, I have 10 of them in here. Okay, nothing yet. Nothing yet. We'll give this one some more time. Next up is lettuce. I have romaine and also butter crunch from 2018. The butter crunch I definitely have less of, so I sprouted less so that I would, if it does work, I'd have some remaining for direct sowing. But romaine is looking, I'm just going to take a peek in here. So on this napkin, I sort of tried to label the rows, so I have them in the same napkin. Romaine on this side, butter crunch on this side. So let's take a peek. Okay, romaine, I would say solid 30%, maybe 40. We'll give it 40% of the seeds sprouted. Right now, I'll also give this one a little bit more time maybe. Butter crunch is a solid no right now. Okay, good to know. So again, I'm going to pop these back in, and along with the spinach from 2018, I will give this one a little more time. Might as well take a peek at the radish too before the scary one. Okay, I just got the radish out, and I'm already feeling on the other side here. There's some little root tendrils poking through. So opening that up, I am fairly, if I can open it up, it might have, yeah, the roots were grabbing on where I had the napkin folded over. So this one is, I'm solid as I'm very positive as a solid contender. Oh yeah, look in there. Look at that little baby radish. Sorry, the camera work is not great because I cannot do this with one hand. Okay, yay. So I tested 5, all 5 sprouted with a vengeance, it looks like. That's cool. little babes. Get those. So for radishes, I tend to direct sow when it gets warm enough. I just put them right into the garden. These, I don't know if I need to try and maybe start some indoors. We just got snow today, and that's fabulous. Snow in April. It's not a strange occurrence in Minnesota, unfortunately. But tend to, if the lettuce was doing better, I'd probably start that indoors. But I'm going to give that a couple more days. Radishes, I kind of like that I have these little sprouters, so I might just sow them just to see. I know they do better just with direct sow in my experience, so that's what I'll probably do. Okay, so this is the okra from 2018, and in spite of the weird colors it has going on, this makes me optimistic. So when I open up, yeah, I've got a few sprouters in there. Wow, okay. I'd say probably a solid 5 out of 10 are sprouted. So you got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then it looks like there might be a few that are on their way. So that's cool. Okra's viable. All right, you guys, my timer grow lights just came on, so things look a little different in this corner at the moment. But so I'm going to take the seedlings that sprouted already, and I'm going to get them into my grow station. I'm gonna get them in soil here. So I'm gonna do that with the curly kale, the Swiss chard, I believe that was, and for sure the okra. That's all going in. I'm debating what to do with the radishes, just because, they're so easy to direct sow. That's kind of been my usual plan. So the rest of these are going to be hanging out. Oh, that's some light. The lettuce I'm giving some more time. The rainbow carrot I'm giving some more time. And the spinach. So all of those are from 2018. Jury's out to see what they're going to do. Not mad if they don't. I'm just super impressed that the kale and the chard sprouted, because that's 3 years. So that's a minute. But yeah, so I'm gonna put these into the seed pots, these 3, and then also I'm gonna figure out what to do with the radish. Nothing on the bean front yet. Could be growing. Don't know. We'll give that some more time too. Okay, so I'm just labeling. Got duct tape. And I'm just going to label each of these little seed starter pots that I am using, like so. 6 pots, 2 of each. I'm going to try and experiment here too. I am going to use one of the pots to put a few of the already sprouted seeds into, and then I'm going to use the other pot for the new, the seeds that I have not sprouted yet. Have those all in here. That's what we're gonna do. First I'm gonna get soil into the pots. Using my regular organic potting mix from Espoma. We're going to see how this goes. I have not been able to go out and get any particularly, geared for seed starting mix. So watch me create a mess here, as per usual. I need to have a better process for this. just putting okra SP for sprouted. And I'm going to do the same for the rest. The kale and the chard. Let's get them in. So again, I am putting the new seeds, the unsprouted seeds, I guess new is a relative term, putting them into this pot. And then I have a couple of the already sprouted into this one, just to see what happens there. More okra the better, in my opinion. Next up is the kale. This has seen better days, this seed packet. Okay. I'm not entirely sure I'm going to be able to get any of the sprouted kale off of here, actually. They all rooted pretty solidly into the paper towel, so that's kind of a bummer. But not really, because all of the seeds that I put in here for the test sprouted, so I'm fairly confident that I can just direct sow now that I'm taking a look at this. They're so tiny. I wonder what would happen if they got into my houseplant soil. If I would, like, if I just, oops, sorry, ZZ. If in 4 days I'd have a little kale plant coming up out of the ZZ soil. Probably not, because I never water the ZZ. I have all of my seeds into the pots that I'm using right now. I have some sprouted and some fresh or new, because I'm using my 2017 seeds for the kale and chard and my 2018 seeds for the okra. So I'm going to water these. I'm going to get them back under the grow light for the red and blue light that I have, which I've heard is great for seeds starting. So at least there's a use for the purple after all. And next time you see me, it will be hopefully an update on these little guys. Cheers, friends. Editor Jen here. I am just jumping in to kind of let you know what I'm hoping to accomplish with this little mini-series. First episode, kind of patched together. It's kind of a vlog style look at how I got my germination tests started with those older seeds that I still have. So I think I'm going to do at least a part 2 and a part 3. Part 2 being that continuation of the status updates, both of the germination tests I still have ongoing, and then also the seedlings that I planted today. So I'd like to give you an update on those, and then I think I'd like to do another episode on what my garden's going to look like. What layout considerations I take into account, vegetables that shouldn't go next to other vegetables. You just saw my light turn off. But vegetables that shouldn't be planted next to each other, vegetables that complement each other, and just kind of what that layout looks like, what I'm planning for that space, and what I'm hoping to grow. So that's it from me. I hope you guys are having a wonderful Sunday night. It is Sunday the 12th right now as I am filming this. Have a good one. Till next time.